Have you ever wondered if there's a secret bridge between cutting-edge science and the deepest spiritual mysteries of the human soul? Today, we won't just explore that bridge. Today, we're going to cross it together. Picture this: two brilliant minds, separated by fields, but united by the same obsession. Nikola Tesla, the visionary of electricity, the man who dreamed of giving free energy to all humanity. And Helena Blavatsky, the mystic who challenged every dogma and unveiled the secrets of the invisible forces shaping the universe. But what if I told you they were both speaking about the same energy, an energy that doesn't just power machines, but ignites souls? This won't be just another video. We're not staying on the surface of the stories you already know. I'm going to take you by the hand through hidden connections, forgotten writings, and theories the official history tried to erase. Together, we'll connect the dots no one else dares to. And let me warn you, stay with me until the end, because the most important piece of this puzzle only reveals itself at the final step of this path. You'll begin to see how Tesla's experiments were never just about electricity. You'll discover how Blavatsky foresaw concepts that modern science is only now starting to whisper about. And above all, you'll understand why this knowledge was silenced for so long. Today we open a forgotten codex. Today we uncover the forbidden energy. Are you ready to see what history tried to bury? Welcome to the journey. You might not know this, but for Tesla, the real secret of the universe wasn't hidden in wires, not even in the coils that made him famous. It was in something invisible, something he called ether. Tesla believed the ether was the medium not only for transmitting electricity, but for carrying the very essence of life itself. A subtle, omnipresent energy that fills the cosmos, capable of being tapped into, amplified, and used to transform the world as we know it. Now let me ask you, doesn't that sound strangely similar to what Helena Blavatsky described as universal energy? Let me show you the connection. Long before modern science dared to whisper about energy fields, Blavatsky was already teaching that a subtle substance exists, invisible to our senses, yet completely real. She called it the astral light, a vibrational field connecting every plane of existence. Both Tesla and Blavatsky, from opposite ends of the spectrum, were describing the same invisible fabric that holds all creation together. Tesla tried to map it through formulas, coils, and wild experiments that defied the logic of his time. Blavatsky explored it through ancient wisdom, esoteric philosophy, and her contact with the so-called masters of wisdom. Now here's where it gets impossible to ignore. When Tesla spoke about transmitting energy wirelessly, with no geographic limits, what he was really suggesting was tuning into the same vibrational web Blavatsky described decades before. It wasn't just about electricity, it was pure primal energy, the lifeblood of the universe. In his letters, Tesla wrote, "The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in one decade than in all the previous centuries." Now tell me, doesn't that sound like a direct echo of Blavatsky's teachings? She always insisted that visible matter was just the tip of the iceberg, a thin layer masking a deeper energetic reality. The irony here is powerful. Both of them were mapping the same hidden structure of reality, but from opposite sides of the bridge. Tesla, through experimental resonance, was trying to awaken the world to an unacknowledged life force. Blavatsky, through spiritual science, taught that everything in the universe is vibration, and those who understand that vibration hold the keys to the very engine of creation. They both stood against the establishment. They were both ridiculed in their time, and both left behind fragments of knowledge, pieces of a cosmic puzzle waiting to be reassembled. And now, you and I are holding those pieces in our hands. So let me ask you again, do you believe it was just coincidence that two geniuses, one scientific, one mystical, arrived at the same truths from different worlds? Or could this be a universal knowledge, intentionally buried by the gatekeepers of history? Think about it. While Tesla spoke of frequency and vibration, Blavatsky taught that sound and resonance are the keys to unlocking the invisible worlds. Coincidence? That would be hard to believe. Tesla's science and Blavatsky's mysticism don't contradict each other. They complete each other. And if we can grasp that, we might finally begin to decipher the codes they left hidden between the lines. Codes they entrusted to future generations, to us, waiting for the moment when we'd be ready. Maybe that moment is now. Here's something most people never tell you about Tesla and Blavatsky. They didn't just speak about hidden energies or invisible realities. They both predicted, with startling accuracy, many of the events we're living through today. And once you begin connecting the dots, you start to see a roadmap that's been deliberately buried. Tesla envisioned a future where energy would be free, where machines would run on the planet's own frequency, without fossil fuels, without pollution. But here's what few people know. In his later years, Tesla wrote that unlimited access to energy would lead to the spiritual evolution of mankind. That's not just a poetic idea. It's a direct reflection of what Blavatsky described as the awakening of collective consciousness. She spoke of a coming transition cycle, a period when humanity, choked by its own self-inflicted chaos, would be pushed into a new era of spiritual illumination, an awakening triggered by rediscovering the subtle energies that connect us to the cosmos. Tesla working from his lab, Blavatsky writing from her deep esoteric studies, were both seeing the same future unfold, a future where humanity realizes that the real energy isn't oil, isn't coal. It's the vital life force flowing through the ether, what Blavatsky called the astral light. But they didn't just dream of this power, that they warned us about it. Tesla feared his discoveries might be used for destruction instead of evolution. Blavatsky warned, "Those who seek power without purity of soul will unleash forces they cannot control." Let that sink in. They both knew something profound. Technology and spirituality are like the two wings of a single bird. Separated, the bird crashes. Together, it soars. Now let me take you deeper. Blavatsky often spoke of the coming of a torchbearer, someone who would bridge science and spirituality. And Tesla, in many of his private letters, he referred to himself as a bringer of light. Coincidence? That's hard to believe, especially when you realize Tesla was quite literally trying to light up the entire world with free, radiant energy. But symbolically, he was also trying to ignite something inside us, a new way of understanding reality. And this is where you, the listener, come in. You're not here by accident. This knowledge, ignored, ridiculed, or buried for decades, is resurfacing now because humanity is hitting the turning point that both Tesla and Blavatsky foresaw. We are living in that transition cycle Blavatsky described with so much urgency. We are watching Tesla's ether theories be rebranded by modern science as zero-point energy and quantum fields. History is finally catching up with them. But here's the real question. Are we ready? Tesla and Blavatsky didn't leave this knowledge behind by accident. They left it for us, for future generations, to guide us, to warn us, to awaken us. They're reaching out across time, offering us the torch. Will we take it? So ask yourself deeply and honestly, do you want to be a bystander in this planetary transformation? Or will you be one of the few who truly understand the forces shaping our reality? Because here's the truth. Tesla and Blavatsky never expected the world to understand them. They expected a few awakened souls would. And if you're still watching this, then maybe you're one of them. Now you know, prophecies aren't just mystical warnings. They're blueprints, roadmaps to a future where energy is no longer just external, but internal, where science and spirituality aren't enemies, but soulmates. They dreamed of this world. We have the chance to build it, and if you're ready, we can keep decoding their hidden message together. Just imagine for a moment, this isn't just about mystical theories or futuristic science. It's about a real code, a hidden formula that both Tesla and Blavatsky, from opposite sides of knowledge, tried to bring into the light. Tesla searched for it in the vibrations of the ether. Blavatsky, in the secrets of the serpentine fire, the kundalini energy rising through the spine, awakening the human soul to its divine origin. And here's where the pieces finally begin to fit. Tesla once said, "If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Blavatsky taught that vibration is the essence of life, the sacred bridge between spirit and matter. Both believed that vibration doesn't just move particles, it moves thoughts, it moves emotions, it shapes entire unseen realities. Blavatsky warned that human beings, unaware of this power, create chaos within and around them by ignoring the delicate dance of subtle energy. Meanwhile, Tesla built machines designed to resonate with the Earth's natural frequency, what we now call the Schumann resonance, seeking to unleash a clean, limitless energy source for all of humanity. Let that sink in. Blavatsky described Earth as a living being, vibrant and deeply connected to all who dwell upon it. Tesla tried to literally listen to that vibration, amplify it, and transmit it for the benefit of humankind. This isn't a poetic coincidence. It's not just overlapping ideas. It's an energetic bridge, a code that links Tesla's science with Blavatsky's mysticism, and it goes deeper. In his later years, Tesla spoke about nodal points on the planet, locations where Earth's energy flows with greater intensity. Blavatsky also referenced these zones, calling them energy vortices, used by ancient sages to amplify spiritual practices. Ancient civilizations didn't build temples randomly. They chose power points, places where cosmic and terrestrial forces converged. Blavatsky understood this. Tesla sought it. And here's where it gets even more striking. There are manuscripts from Tesla's time suggesting he had access to esoteric texts, some directly inspired by Blavatsky's teachings, texts that spoke of the universal energy flow and how humans could become not just receivers, but conscious transmitters of this force. Tesla, known for his almost otherworldly genius, didn't rely on calculations alone. In multiple interviews, he admitted that his ideas often arrived like visions, as if downloaded from a source beyond the physical mind. Blavatsky described this exact phenomenon as communication with the higher cosmic intelligence, accessible only when one raises their personal vibration. Do you see where this is leading? Both from seemingly opposite disciplines arrived at the same realization, that humanity's true evolution will not come just from advanced technology, but from energetic alignment with the hidden laws of the universe. Both taught that thought itself is energy, that our intentions, emotions, and desires send waves through the very fabric of reality. That's why Tesla declared, "The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in a decade than in all previous centuries of its existence." And Blavatsky taught, "Every thought is a dynamic force, affecting not only the thinker but the world around them." They were saying the same thing, just in different languages. And now here you are, bridging these long-lost fragments, reconstructing a code that was hidden for far too long. This energetic code connecting Tesla and Blavatsky is not just a historical curiosity. It's an invitation to awaken, to become a modern-day alchemist who understands and shapes reality through frequency. Because, dear soul traveler, the forbidden energy you seek isn't just in secret labs or ancient temples. It's pulsing right now within you. There's something truly fascinating that happens when you look at Blavatsky's writings and Tesla's patents with new eyes. It's as if a veil lifts, and symbols that once seemed disconnected start linking together, revealing hidden patterns that are anything but random. I invite you to see this not as coincidence, but as something far more powerful, a deliberate synchronicity, one designed by the universe so that you, yes, you, would be right here, discovering it with us. Let's begin decoding this message. Tesla and Blavatsky each left behind trails, symbols, numbers, teachings that seem to magnetically align. On one side, Tesla spoke of the sacred numbers 3, 6, and 9, saying that anyone who truly understood them would hold the key to the universe. On the other, Blavatsky taught about the cosmic triad, spirit, soul, and body. 3 layers of being, 3 channels of energy. A direct echo of Tesla's energy trinity. Still think it's a coincidence? Tesla didn't choose those numbers randomly. He knew they were natural frequencies that govern electromagnetic fields, the structure of matter, and even the resonance patterns of human thought. Blavatsky, from the mystical side, described the exact same truth behind the veil of sacred geometry. She called it the law of the sacred triangle, where energy, vibration, and form converge to manifest reality. Both of them were saying the same thing. Everything is energy. Everything vibrates, just at different frequencies. Now think about this. When Tesla spoke about wireless energy transmission, he described an invisible field surrounding everything. Blavatsky called this the Akashic ether, a subtle substance connecting all that exists. 2 completely different languages, one shared reality. Modern science is just beginning to explore the surface of what they already understood. Quantum fields, entangled particles, non-local energy, all echoes of what Tesla and Blavatsky whispered to the world long ago. But there's more. Tesla also spoke of resonance, how if you could match the natural frequency of any object, you could destroy it. or amplify it without touching it. Blavatsky taught that thoughts and emotions are vibrations that echo into the Akashic field, literally shaping the physical and spiritual world around you. They both knew something science is just starting to accept. The universe responds to your vibration, not as metaphor, but as literal, energetic fact. Have you ever felt your own thoughts repeating like an internal echo? That's your energy field resonating, interacting with the fabric of reality itself. This is why every thought you emit is a signal to the cosmos, a request, a ripple, a creation. So the real question isn't whether this code exists. The real question is, are you ready to decode it? You're beginning to see that we don't need secret labs or complicated rituals to access this knowledge. The key is already inside you. It's in your vibrational state, in the quality of your thoughts, in the intention behind your energy. Blavatsky left clues in her sacred writings. Tesla hid them inside inventions, notes, and lectures, but both of them left it all for those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear. And right now, in this very moment, you are part of that chain of revelation, not by chance, not by curiosity, but because your soul has guided you here to remember something long buried. You are the carrier of the hidden code. What you do with that truth is entirely up to you. But before you decide, let me take you deeper. Because if up to now you've caught glimpses of this connection, what comes next will blow that door wide open. In the next chapter, you'll discover how Tesla and Blavatsky shared the same ultimate vision, a world where the forbidden energy doesn't just power machines, it awakens your soul. Don't go anywhere. What's coming next will ignite a spark in you that can never be extinguished. Now, fellow traveler, we've walked together through the invisible paths of science and the unveiled mysteries of mysticism. You've seen how Tesla and Blavatsky, from opposite ends of human knowledge, were both pointing toward the same destination, the awakening of your true inner power. But now, it's time to go beyond reflection. This is the moment where theory becomes practice, where the spark becomes flame, where the question shifts from what if to what now. The question many people ask is, how can I apply this forbidden energy in my everyday life? And the answer is simpler and more powerful than you might imagine. Tesla once said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Blavatsky taught that the key to spiritual evolution lies in aligning your energy field with the laws of the universe. Both of them were pointing to a practical path. You're already interacting with this energy every single day. The difference is in doing it consciously. Every thought you hold, every emotion you allow to bloom inside you, every choice you make is shaping your vibrational field. This so-called forbidden energy isn't hidden in secret labs or locked inside dusty scrolls. It's flowing through your body right now, through your thoughts, your breath, your invisible aura. And here's the great irony. They didn't hide it because you didn't have it. They hid it because you've always had it. But there's a deeper step. Tesla worked with resonance, trying to amplify energy to unimaginable levels. And you, when you tune into elevated emotions like gratitude, compassion, and inner strength, your field expands, just like Tesla's resonating coils. Blavatsky spoke of purifying the inner channel, releasing the blockages that prevent the natural flow of divine energy. So when you release old resentment, when you walk through fear instead of hiding from it, when you open yourself to higher states of awareness, you become that clean, powerful channel she spoke of. This is not philosophy. It's daily practice, a conscious breath, a loving action, a single elevated thought. Each one is a spark that ignites the hidden generator within you. Now let me take you even further. The forbidden energy doesn't just transform your personal life, it reshapes the very fabric of collective reality. When you shift your frequency, you contribute to the frequency shift of all humanity. It's an echo that ripples outward into the shared quantum field we all belong to. Tesla dreamed of a world where energy was available to everyone, unlimited, unmonopolized. Blavatsky envisioned a humanity awakened, connected through ancient wisdom that unites us across time and space. They both knew that real progress would never come from machines alone, but from the inner activation of the spiritual machinery inside each of us. You are that sacred machine, you are the generator, you are the living bridge between science and mysticism. So now, as we close this journey, I want to leave you with a clear image. Picture this. Millions of particles of light vibrating within you right now, waiting for your command. You don't need to be a brilliant scientist like Tesla or a seasoned mystic like Blavatsky. You need only one thing: the will to awaken. You stop being a passive spectator of your fate and become the conscious architect of your reality. Each day is a laboratory, each emotion an experiment, each elevated thought a spark that lights your own path and the path of everyone around you. Before we part ways, I invite you to do something simple but powerful. Place your hand on your chest. Feel the pulse that vibrates within you. Now remember these words: the forbidden energy isn't outside of me. It's within me, waiting to awaken. Repeat that each morning, and you'll be activating the energy field Tesla dreamed of and Blavatsky foresaw. The revolution begins inside you, and now that you know this truth, there's no turning back. The spark has been lit. The hidden code is in your hands. The final question is, what will you do with this power?